Good evening. This is my module 4 discussion. So the topic and the sample in which I'll be pursuing for the sake of this module. So the topic is how social media impacts young Black Americans and their ability to maintain their relationships offline. I think that social media is a very prevalent issue, and I've witnessed it firsthand how social media plays a big part in relationships in young adults, in a good way and a bad way. So I'm trying to capture the relationship satisfaction, the social media usage, and the likeliness to participate in a trend on social media, and capturing the individual's experience. So question 1 is, how often would you say you scroll on social media? I think that this is a good first question. I mean, rather than just going straight into it, we just need to get an idea of the social media usage from the participant. Because if you don't utilize social media that often, I don't see it having that big of an impact on your life. Number 2 is, what are some of the contents/topics discussed on your newsfeed/For You page? This way I could get a good idea of what is being discussed on the pages and how those discussions are impacting the relationship, if it is at all. Number 3 is, do you often discuss these trending topics with your significant other? Number 4 is, has your partner ever been involved in a controversial debate on social media? If so, how did that make you feel? I think that question kind of gives me a better idea of, if you have an individual partaking in a conversation publicly, and it caused something in your relationship, it could have been a positive impact or a negative impact. It just gives me a little bit more insight, and especially about what the topic was too. That way, once I get more feedback from multiple individuals, I could start categorizing the different debates or topics of which the controversies were on. Number 5, is there ever a shift in your relationship once a controversial topic from social media is discussed? What does this shift look like? Because like I said, the impact of the conversation could be positive or negative. So I think the word shift doesn't imply negative. It's just something that is different from what's normal. So it could be a positive shift. I mean, your boyfriend could see a trend in boys on TikTok making bouquets for their girlfriend, and now you constantly get flowers, so that's a shift. Or you could have a negative shift. Number 6, do you feel pressure to uphold a certain image as a couple on social media? I think this question here is extremely important, getting the feedback from the participant and their personal experience would give me more insight, and categorizing those answers from each participant as well. 7, would you say social media helps you become a better partner or hinders you? Why so? I think this kind of aligns with the shift question. Based on the topics that you are coming across and discussing with your partner, it's making you a better partner. Are you guys having discussions on how you don't want your relationship to look like something, or how you would like to move towards something that you see on social media? And number 8, the last question, is, how do you feel about your partner following the opposite sex on social media? That question applies to heterosexual couples. If I were to interview a gay couple, obviously I would reword it to, how do you feel about your partner following individuals of the same sex that they obviously are attracted to. I think the wording of all these questions it leaves room for open-ended questions, and the researcher to get a good idea and the experience and the